All right, so yeah, this is my son's room, and as you can feel when you walk in here, it's got to be like 4 or 5 degrees hotter in here than the rest of the house. We've had a couple of companies out here. Nobody's been able to fix the problem. Somebody said add return air. We added return air, and it's not doing anything. It's still 4 degrees hotter in here than the rest of the house. Yeah, I can feel the temperature difference as I was walking into the room here. I would say, yeah, you're at least 5, maybe 4 or 5 degrees difference from the rest of the house for sure. I'll tell you this, that it's usually a pretty simple fix. Basically all I need to do is measure up the room and do a load calculation on this space to determine how much airflow is required to actually cool this space. And yeah, it's great that we have return air in the room and all the rooms in the house, but if it's actually not drawing anything, not doing any good whatsoever. So I'd be willing to bet we've got an issue with one or the other, or maybe even both. But all it takes is 5-10 minutes. I have the tools with me here today that we can actually measure the volume of airflow coming out of the vent and being pulled back through the return air. And once we find that out and what's required for the space, it's usually a pretty simple fix. Not a lot of money. Usually it's just a matter of modifying the ductwork a little bit in the attic space, and then you're good to go. So we can actually measure the airflow coming out of the vents. I didn't even know we could do that. Would it be okay if I go grab my tools and we can get this measured up and see what's going on? Oh man, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go get that stuff and I'll be right back. So after taking the measurements here, it's no secret why your bedroom here is suffering and 4 degrees hotter. You're already lacking on some supply air. After the load calculation, we determined this space with 3 exterior walls actually requires 120 to 150 cubic feet of air per minute supplied to this space. And after measuring, we're only getting 70. So we're well short of what we should be getting for this space. In addition, your return air is literally not drawing enough air to even register on my flow hood. So all the other return airs in the house were registering just fine within limits. This one, not even registering at all. So I'm gonna go up in the attic space real quick, see what it's gonna take to modify the ductwork to where it's actually providing the volume that we need and returning the volume that we need as well. So I'm gonna go do that now. I'll be right back. All right, man, I really appreciate it. That would be great. So we can see this duct right here is the return air, runs underneath the supply trunk line and taps right into the main return air can in the hallway here, where our big 18-inch round duct that feeds the whole house right out of the hallway goes all the way back to the return air plenum, feeds the air handler. So the issue here is that this 8-inch return coming from the bedroom is tapped into the side of this can. Well, the return air is going to take the path of least resistance, which is the big giant opening in the ceiling in the hallway. So it's going to pull most of its air from that space there, and nothing is going to come from this 8-inch round duct. That's the reason why we have no draw from the front bedroom. All right, man, I got good news. We really don't have to tweak much to fix this issue. All we've got to do is extend the return air all the way back to the main return air plenum and increase the volume of airflow here by increasing the diameter of the duct feeding this actual bedroom. Right now it's a 6-inch round duct. We need to go up to an 8-inch round duct for the space and just extend the return air all the way back to the main return plenum, and we'll be good to go.